Hey everyone, welcome back to Discover by Light. I'm Tamiko Denise, and if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, then you know that Discover by Light is officially a small-owned business. I am so happy to announce that today pre-orders are going on for my therapeutic reflect journals. It's a glare on it. Here you go. So it's a reflect journal. So at the end of this journal, you are going to be able to reflect on all of the things that you wrote in this journal, and just, be able to grow from this journal. That's why I have right here, Discover, Heal, and Grow. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the journal along with the vision and the testimony behind it. So about this journal, I literally, God had placed it in my heart a while back to create journals. And as you all know, I used to be a therapist as well. And the activities I would really come up with my family, so doing therapy and working with my mentees, I was really good at coming up with activities for them. So I was like, why don't I just create a journal, and a therapeutic journal for women? And so God had really shared with me a vision that I would create journals, and that this would empower women. This will help women discover their light, which is the ministry name, Discover by Light. And so in December, my whole family was home. Everybody was just all together, and I shared this vision with my sister and said, look, I want to make a journal. I don't know how, but God has really put it in my heart to make a journal. And she was like, okay, well, let's do it. And my sister is very, very creative. Like, one thing about my family, the Millers/Bennings are creative people. Okay, so literally we were up all night doing the graphics and looking at the stuff and finding out the stuff I needed to order and everything of that nature. And I really love this project because it was a family project. This journal brought my whole family together. And when I mean my whole family, I'm talking about my dad was in the kitchen cutting stuff up for me. My mom's over here giving me ideas, the blush collection, all of this other stuff. My sister's working on my business and all of that. And then my other sister's working on the creative side and creativity, and this is what we need, this is not what we need. My brother-in-law, literally y'all, my brother-in-law was in the kitchen laminating stuff for me, and my nephew was just bringing the joy all around in the house. So that was an amazing experience. And during that time, there has been a lot of revisions to this journal, but the main thing I wanted this journal to do was to help women discover their light, and being able to give them a safe place for them to write in. I know that when God had gave me this vision, he made me reflect back into 2018. And 2018 was the most triggering, hard, depressing year of my life. And he really made me reflect and sit in my feelings. And during that time, I will share that at that time, I was thriving in my work life. My work life was going great. I mean, promotions, great things, all of that stuff. And I felt very filled in my work life. However, I felt so empty in my personal life. My weight fluctuated a lot. I was the skinniest that I had ever been. I didn't eat at all, and I often had panic attacks. And I just remember coming home one day to visit my family, to visit my mom and dad. And I remember that it was bad, and I wanted my parents to check me into the mental hospital because that's how bad it was. And I was going through a lot of spiritual warfare. And thank God my parents didn't check me into the hospital, because they knew I was stronger, and they knew they covered me with prayer and encouraged me. But at that moment in time, I was able to find God in the midst of my darkness, and be able to fall on my knees and pray, and just really pray for that hope and just being restored. And really, I found myself being able to write in my journal, and writing in my journal helped me so much. It helped me vent. It helped me express all of the things I wanted to express. It helped me for my prayers. I can go back in some of my journals and look at the prayers that I wrote and look at myself today and say, wow, like everything I asked for in 2018, I'm doing now in 2021. And so God made me really reflect back to that time in my dark season. And one thing about this ministry, that I live on 3 words, and that's to encourage, support, and love women. So my first thing is to encourage women to find their light. And when they find their light is to love on them and just be able to support them with anything that they're chosen to do, whatever their God-given purpose is. And so that's all that matters to me about this journal. There's 5 affirmations in this journal. Each journal has different affirmations, and what I do love about this is that not only was my family included in this journal, but my friends were also included too. Not all of my friends, so please don't get offended if you watch this video and you're like, I didn't give you an affirmation to put in this, because I did not reach all of my friends. But there's different affirmations, and I just pray that that journal is going to be able to touch women in such a way where they are able to feel God's presence. And this journal is not only for believers. Yes, I identify as a Christian woman. I love God, Jesus. I love Jesus. Please do not feel like you can only purchase this if you only believe in God, or if you only love Jesus, or if you're a Christian woman. No, this is made for every woman. In Discover by Light, I always say I want to reach women on all platforms. So whether you are a believer, whether you're not a believer, whether you are Black, whether you are white, whether you are Asian, all platforms, I do not care. I just want to be able to empower women to just find their light, whatever that looks like, whatever you have your purpose for, whatever you decide your ministry is for. So that's one thing I wanted to share with you guys. But again, like I said, there's affirmations to encourage you, and my prayer is that in each affirmation that you reach, that you are able to live in that season. So some affirmations say abundance, and I pray that you will receive abundant blessings during that season. Another affirmation is birth, and there's just so many other affirmations in here that I declare that you will seek and find during your seasons of writing. And I pray that this journal will help you become the woman you are destined to become. I just am so grateful for all of the love, support, and encouragement that everyone has given me throughout this time. Just know that I am completely blessed, and know that this is definitely a vision that God gave me, and I'm just a vessel, and I am ready to just empower women all over the world. So again, thank you. This is what the journal looks like. It's a bad reflect on it just because of the window, but here's the front, here's the back, and it's also kind of wide ruled because I like the writing wide rule. So yeah, this is really just your safe place, your safe journal, and I'm thankful for you guys. I love you guys, and please stay tuned because there's more coming to Discover by Light with the blush collection. Thanks, guys.